King.
Ten seconds remaining. Prepare for battle. Seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Worthy tribute.
Denied. So,
You're no right.
good. My
In the royal catacombs.
Generation.
画了一个人头啊 ，CG 的话是和冰龙两个人是击杀了 NA。
kind of reset the lane and make LE and Lee a little bit happier. What a fun combination of names.
good.
Haste.
Is under attack.
What?
I have no more to give.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I need better counsel.
Shut your trap.
Away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
People,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're safe.
yep.
Run away. No shadow.
A little advice. Stay dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And at some points where it just looked like the Queen of Pain, yeah, she was able to get the solo kill, but the safe laner
人头比10比4的这个领先。
一个无减肥的 QP， 而且慢慢的话也是让 CG 和哈斯卡把经济
combo after combo.
It's
This is
not even
gonna-
the big ones. Like, it wasn't like you didn't have Echo Slam, you didn't have Curse, you didn't use Sonic Wave, yet you still took that fight.
Oh, that fissure was disgusting. The fissure in the cogs.
It's not disgusting, it's beautiful, and they're going to go for more. Up to Jackie, Emma. Is your Curse going to be
doesn't have
committed?
the ultimate.
The fissure is down. The Echo Slam, where's your extra damage? With the Totem Stun, and maybe EE 54. He's so low, and the Clockwork Rocket kill secures it. Misery, he's got his stun up in 5 seconds time. The Cold Embrace going to make this very, very difficult. And the Splinter Blast is back off cooldown too. Misery moves away from the creep wave, so he doesn't get hit by it. And the Spy Carapace, MR,
Oh, the timing
get
on
the
that.
hell out of there. He gets stunned up and dies. They can't give any more. But the Clockwork as well as SC, they're rotating and looking for Weeha, and they've found him. The hook shot down. They can keep him in position, or can they? He goes in deep into the sides, but the battery assault and the attack. There's now SC going 7-1 on this Queen of Pain. No delayed Orchid this game. He's up to 5.7k in the net worth.
So much better of a game. He was able to get that solo kill again in that mid lane. That bottom fight, he was the one that mopped up so much of his team's combos. Being able to get that scream, getting a triple kill, and you're right, this is a much better Orchid timing. It'll hit around 14-15 is where you'd expect it. And I mean, Team Secret, they're struggling to keep a foothold in this game. Your safe lane carry, or the one that was meant to be your carry anyways, Eternal Envy, who went to the off lane, he doesn't have enough. He's only level 7 right now. That's quite under-leveled for 12 minutes into a game for a core. Hasn't really been able to really find his foothold, and his ultimate is still down. NewBee Young abusing that every single time, and the next ultimate for this Wraith King is going to be fairly significant because you want to fight around it, but with him being so underfarmed and so leveled, what does it really matter when you revive?
Yep. Should flag another thing too. One, the fact with all this going on, Huskar kept farming up. He's almost completed that armlet of his. But SC also had a big stack to take out. He did it in combination with the Earthshaker, but this gives Queen of Pain a level 2 Sonic Wave already. 13 minutes into the game, and you're saying like the 13-40 minute timing, it's right on the money because of that big stack. It was a triple to almost quad stack available for them. And they're preparing to go again. They just want to keep the pressure up.
They've got the hook on the Clockwork too, available again. Do you want to
What
try
do you
to
do?
evade?
Like, do you defend if you're secret? Do you have to let this tower go?
I mean, you've got Eternal Envy here. He's got the ultimate up.
Oh, hook shot. They found one. They found Puppy. He can Shallow Grave or no? Yeah, he can. The battery assault couldn't control him enough. But now, can he get away? SC's waiting here. The Fisher catches 3 again. Sonic Wave's available. There's double stun, however, from Misery. Buys the space while Weeha, the Raiders from inside the Fog of War, doing the work with a haste rune from the Queen of Pain. She's able to escape, but now with the stun on Huskar, is this really the dream? Vendetta will attack in. Huskar is fairly tanky, however. Difficult to kill off, and they just have to let it go. So it's a 1-for-1 trade-off.
You don't want to go for that fight if you're the Huskar either. You don't know where Pylai Dai is. He's got the Fiend's Grip, and he's got that Brain Sap available, and that's the killer right there, right? It's the Brain Sap. Weeha's got enough souls where he can right-click you down too, so you don't want to get over-aggressive there. Fortunately for NewBee, they were able to get out with just losing one hero.
Misery? That's really early to throw out the spike carry.
is.
He did it right in front of NewBee Y as well. So SC just waited it out. He knew he had the advantage, and he knew he had the support behind him. Misery gives free gold.
Without that Spike Carapace, you just delay the fissure. He thought it was going to come in, pre-preps it, but doesn't even matter. And Team Secret, they're just losing more heroes than they should in these mini skirmishes.
They might lose more bottom lane. Weeha
You can't afford to lose Wee here.
Hook shot, and Weeha, well, it's a point blank one. The fissure will connect too. You'll have to run the Clockwork around. The Echo Slam damage ensures the kill. Clockwork will take it. And now he's a very short distance away from even having something like a full Blade Mail up for a Clockwork.
And the hero that we focus so much of our attention on, the Huskar in this game, hasn't really even had to contribute anything. Now he's got a steady timing for his armlet, so you can finally start to see him enter the fray. But he just hasn't had to because his team's been playing so well without him. This combination, this Earthshaker, Queen of Pain, Clockwork, they've made so much happen for their team.
What's even better is because all this is happening right now, you're delaying everything on Team Secret. You talk about Huskar getting a movement through in items. He's got the armor up. If he gets into Heaven's Halberd, with these quick deaths on SF, like you got Weeha who's 0-4 on the SF, you're never going to find that true hit anytime soon at least. So if you bring in that invasion as well, like what do you do? Like, does Wraith King now try and build? Like, he has to go for the Blade Mail, right? Like he's a Blade Mail Blink Dagger hero.
Yeah,
but then
when you're playing...
does Weeha get the mech? Is this the way?
No, I don't think you can really contest NewBee Youth anymore in teamfights. You've got the Winter's Curse up now for the Winter Wyvern. This is something that we haven't seen yet, and Weeha has to just kind of focus on himself rather than going for the team plays, but this might even be a smoke into Roshan attempts.
Well, they have a double
NewBee.
damage rune to help them on their way.
Yeah, you can go for the kill, and then
they're focusing the mid.
this mid area.
Eternal Envy. Can
He's
they
not
burn
the target you want though?
Can they burn through his reincarnation twice? That's a big question. Huskar jumping forward, gonna get stunned up pretty early on. Double stun as well with Misery waiting on the hillside, but the cold embrace up the Huskar. You've also got in the mid lane SC being controlled up by Pylai Dai. The Fiendry will keep him there, but it's Jackie, the Shallow Grave, still alive. And remember, you've still got reincarnation to get through. Puppy will get the physical damage out from the wave, so it's a one, but real reincarnation only trade-off. And even the Clockwork Cold Embrace is trying to keep him up, but this is not the dream NewBee White. In fact, this is a nightmare. You don't have your Queen of Pain during the fight. She has to solo up the Bane herself. Left out of the fight, you lose 3 heroes initiating up into an area you have no vision on.
Your Queen of Pain is 9-1 and 3, and he's gonna kill Misery for sure. Gonna be godlike with that, and that kind of makes things a little bit better, but think about it like this. So Pylai Dai dies, and if you didn't watch the fight or what happened at all, he manages to sleep the Queen of Pain before she can get her Orchid off onto him, and he realizes he's in a situation where he's most likely gonna die, but he just occupies her time as much as she can, just so she can't re-engage on the rest of his team, sacrifices himself by using the ultimate full duration with nobody near him, makes that fight okay, and the armlet toggle just wasn't there. Like, the Bane wasn't there, so the primary threat for the Huskar wasn't even in that fight, and they still were able to make that work.
I almost look
Team
at
Secret with signs of life.
Man, I look at your first phrase during that fight. Is this really the target? Like, you want to go on a Wraith King who has reincarnation. At that point, the reincarnation was worth it. 100% worth it. He's still got it on cooldown for another 180 seconds. So it's a long time away. Top lane, Weeha. He'll survive through this. The Nightmare comes in from Pylai Dai. But he doesn't have Fiend's Grip available, and Weeha's in no position to fight this. And because of that, because of the flagging, the positioning, NewBee Y, now they go in for Roshan. They can't walk out of this pit, however. There's a dire Observe Ward on the cliffside, so they have to stay in the pit, but they just try and find the pick-off over on Misery first. Able to claim it. He'll buy his 4-star recipe before death, but now you know there's no Nyx Assassin inside the pit. The Wyvern tanks the damage. Huskar, please doesn't get... No, he got bashed. He got bashed. He got bashed.
You know!
He died to Roshan!
Oh, God!
You can see her coming from a mile away!
Yo! This guy's got to be tilted at this point. They're even going to lose their Winter Wyvern for this one.
Yeah, but they claimed the Bane at the same time. The
You can't-
Clockwork got a solo kill on it, but
But you can't afford to lose this Aegis.
well, will they? SCC still waiting here. His Sonic Wave's off cooldown. You've got MR coming in from behind. He can fissure in, catching out to the Rocket gives the vision, so SC knows what he's up against.
They know Eternal Envy doesn't have that ultimate either.
Wait for it. The Spy Carapace is up from Jackie, and now the hook shot in! Agassi Balls in the hand to Queen Bay with the Echo Slam! Carving apart Secret! SC standing his ground! It's a double kill right now for the Clockwork! And SC, no more! No more, please! The heart cannot take it. 22-10. The big Roche fight. Misery wants something to make this a little bit more worth it. He's running with the Vendetta forward. But there's nothing. Oh, wait, he is. He's going to find the Queen of Pain in the tree line.
1
If he
second
can
for the
trigger
blink, he's got it.
Oh, no! She's away! By the skin of her teeth, she'll survive. The BKB is picked up, and what a fight!
Can you say Wombo combo? They knew it was coming too. Eternal Envy triggers the Blade Mail before they go in, the smart thing to do, but they're not able to pick up the Aegis at the last second. He doesn't have the ultimate for that. Team Secret, it just looks so beautiful as a setup. Like, how many things can go wrong for NewBee Y? They lose their Winter Wyvern. GIU accidentally dies to Roshan. Like, that was the perfect setup for them, but it was just a trap the entire time.
I haven't seen a Roshan deny like that since Admiral Bulldog killed himself at DreamHack.
That's the first one that I've seen that was unintentional for my competitive casting career. That was the first time I've seen that happen. There's nothing you can call that by just. It's just a flub. Sometimes those things happen.
Roshan Bash, RNG, Queen of Pain now takes out that top tower with BKB, Orchid as well as Aegis. They can look towards the middle lane. Clockwork with an Invis rune sets up on Jackie. 18 seconds until he's got his reincarnation up. Probably can buy that time, but they go further towards the Bane. Hook shot down. The stun's on Weeha. NewBee Y, they're going to go for more. This is now the 6th death for Weeha as well. 2 heroes down for Secret. No buyback for the SF. They may lose more. Misery's coming out. He'll attack into the Clockwork, but that's a very tanky Clockwork. No hookshot available, and he's actually locked in by the fissure. He can't move down to Misery. He'll hide himself inside the pit. The Misery showed himself, and now NewBee Y will try and pressure into the tier 2 at least.
The fact that they're doing this without Jia, like they haven't had their Huskar at all for the majority of these engagements. He's 0-4-3 right now. He's contributed to 3 kills. Most of those are in the early game where he just speared people.
He gets the Orchid over on Misery. He used the Observe Ward on the cliffside to see the perfect rotation, and Misery's down for the count.
This
44 seconds. His movement's wonderful, and this is his signature hero. Queen of Pain is comfort. The panel questioned why they picked Queen of Pain in the first 2. This is the answer.
Because they knew he was going to solo kill Weeha and
obviously
insane.
It was just fate. It's got to happen.
He's got a BKB and a gem now, so this Nyx Assassin is no longer. It's a free hero down.
What do you go next? Like, he's already looking at that decision point. Like, do you try and kite the Wraith King more and go into something like a Shiva's Guard? Do you think maybe Hex is a big point? You
can go the S4 route and go for the Assault Cuirass, just to turn yourself into a physical damage dealer and make yourself incredibly tanky.
It would definitely help with NewBee claiming more of these, like the positions on the map, taking up these tier 2 towers, and potential for the high ground siege. Because I suppose that's also our next line of thought. How does NewBee actually end this game? You got a good start. You're 22 minutes in. You've got over 10,000 net worth as well as experience advantage going your way. How do you end this?
They were definitely going to try to get the Aegis on the Huskar and go high, but with that plan ending, maybe that was the best possible scenario for them. Like, yeah, they lose their Huskar, but in some roundabout way, they get the Aegis on the Queen of Pain instead.
Double TPs coming bottom lane. In fact, triple TPs. The Clockwork's the first one. Hook shots forward. Weeha.
No BKB on him.
In range of the tower. He's only got Shadow Blade and the Sonic Wave. They waited out. He actually baited for the Shallow Grave. Canceling the animation. Now the Sonic Wave with the Echo Slam. Oh my! Secret big torn absolute new one. Pylai dies down as well. And Mar will go on a killing spree as this Earthshaker. The perfect combo. The beautiful synergy. And NewBee Y take a 4-for-0 fight, and this will now mean another tower. Who needs an AC? You just kill all of Secret.
I don't want to discount anything that the Winter Wyvern or this Huskar have done this entire game, but this Queen of Pain, Earthshaker, Clockwork combination, they've just hooked up for so many different kills. Look at their individual scores alone. usually that doesn't really tell the story, but for this game it definitely does. What they've been able to do, just the three of them, this entire game, has been unbelievable so far.
Is he going again? Like, if Clockwork can rocket and get the vision, he rockets up to look. He's on the search for Eternal Envy, he is on the wrong side of home. He has turned to the dark side right now, which is ironic considering it's the Radiant side. And he's going for a Radiance build on the Wraith King. This is how he believes they can come back in this game, with a Radiance recipe sitting on the Wraith King.
He's so far behind, though. He had to go for the Radiance recipe first.
Here they go top. Blink. The Orchid's over on Misery again. No Spike Carapace time.
It's these three once again.
Controls him. They are the trio of Bash Brothers, the Amigos, bringing down Misery and Weeha. And they're looking towards Puppy straight away again. Huskar, he can just life break down. Puppy is completely isolated, running forward into NewBee Y. And it's a double kill for SC. Man, they may not even get a chance to take out the Rax at this race. Secret may call GG already.
I feel so bad for Ellie and Jia because they're just running behind. They're just like, wait, guys.
I want to be
we're coming. We don't all have blinks.
And like the fourth and fifth people in the conversation don't really say anything. They just sit there.
Toby, that sounded a little bit too familiar, but they're going to get this tower down. They're going to get the Rax. The Shadow Fiend is still dead. Doesn't have buyback either. The Shiva's is completed on the Queen of Pain. She's just so monstrously huge now. Eternal Envy nowhere near enough farm.
He sold the Radiance recipe to pick up the armlet for this fight. But Misery, he's orchided up. They've taken the mid-ranks now. NewBee Y, all they got to do is get out of here. With a defensive cogs, they can do it. They're force-upping forward. In fact, Secret, they're coming out. NewBee are posturing to
fight. You don't want to overextend for
Misery,
this.
but no! The PKP Fiends grip here, but SCC, they're not doing enough damage, and the Hawk shot's in again! The Sonic Wave damage will spill out to Puppy, but do they have enough control with the fissure? Yeah, Ray Team's gonna go down, but they've taken out two. We are still fighting. The Wyvern and the Glimmer Cape make it impossible to finish the job, and they can turn onto Eternal Envy. Burn, baby, burn! Underneath the Huskar searing arrows, but it's the Clockwork. He becomes a voyeur. It's just the Huskar to triple kill. It's GG. NewBee Y will force a third deciding game, 36-10. There were some moments where you wondered, would NewBee Y have the same problem as game one? Overconfidence into overextension, but didn't happen. They just kept pummeling Secret down and down again.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, they showed why they were so confident in the early game, because if they can execute like that, I just heard them screaming at the top of their lungs. I've never seen anybody so excited to take one game in a best of three. This just kind of shows them and tells them, this proves to them, we belong here.
We had CDEC have the dream at TI. Now, the team that came in through the wildcard qualifier. NewBee Young, who get to replace Invictus Gaming. Yeah, game one didn't go their way, but game two, they just trashed one of the big favorites, the top three here for the Frankfurt Major. They brought down Secret.
It didn't even look very close, Toby. A 25-minute victory. Those three, once again, SC, MR, and LE. This just sounds really weird. It's a really odd brotherhood of just dual letters, but they went for something absurd, like 35 and 5 between the three of them.
It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful to watch. And of course, the guys all